Larry, you remember?
Oh yeah, Larry, what's up? How's the escape running?
I wanted to actually see if I could come back about returning it.
Why would you want to return it? I thought it was a perfect vehicle for you.
I don't know. I walked outside this morning and I was drinking last night, but I wasn't driving. Um, I had a buddy driving, and I walk out to my car and it's all messed up.
Got a customer that bought a car, wants to return it 4 days later. So I got to call him and give him the bad news. I think I've got an idea of what's going on, but I want to listen before I talk.
Yeah, I just asked yesterday about what would the options be if I wanted to cancel the purchase. I'm actually very excited about keeping the car, but my wife, it's just not agreeing. There was a small change at the company I work for, and it might affect a bit my incomes for the next couple months. She's just worried that we're gonna assume that debt now, and there might be a risk for us in our financial matters.
So let's watch a bunch of reels about people regretting buying their luxurious car and bringing them back to the dealers. What I've noticed is these people are compulsive buyers. So they've seen the cars, they fell in love, and they didn't think about the car notice. So they were like, they're gonna figure it out. Then they start regretting once they buy it. The dopamine hit just goes down and the buyer's remorse starts creeping in. Me personally, what I usually do to avoid that situation, me myself, I can be sometimes compulsive buyer, but I just wait. When you wait, usually the emotions, it goes up and down. And when it goes down, you start seeing that you really don't need to spend that amount of money when it comes to some goods like cars that are extremely well marketed.
Come with me to return my 3-year-old Audi, which is leased, so they can have a. I will honestly say that leasing isn't for everybody. Do not lease a car if your finances do not align with it. Everybody's finances do not align with leasing a car. Everybody's lifestyle does not align with leasing a car. My lifestyle at the time did work for a leased car because I could limit my mileage. I was working from home 3 years ago, but I'm not anymore, and I'm out in the field. So I already have another vehicle. I'm just taking this back to them on the bare minimum. There's less than 25 miles of gas in here. And so y'all don't think I'm playing. 20 miles. That's all they gonna get from me. I'm not giving you more, no more less.
That you had?
I loved it. I just didn't like paying for gas.
We have a whole lineup of electric cars. That's one of them.
I know. I'll be back to get one soon.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So this is what we call a speedy fax. So the only thing that we sign, she signs here, put the date over here, and that's it. I'll take care of the rest.
Now
okay.
I'm the co-signer. He's the owner.
It could be
either one.
Or.
Okay.
Because since you already have this done, is this a copy?
Yes, it is.
Is it for us?
You can, you can have a copy. I have the original. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I'll pair it together, and then today we'll ground the car.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll take this
But the process is really easy.
Thank you. Y'all, I'm so happy. Y'all don't understand. That's $800 back in my pocket that I was spending. My car note was $600 and my insurance was almost $300 because I live in Florida and insurance is going up. I already have my other vehicle. I've had my Tesla for, I don't know, almost 5 months now. So yeah, your girl is finally out of her first lease and I'm proud of myself.
So when it comes to leasing, I'm the type of person that I like owning my stuff, and I like also modifying cars. And when you are leasing a car, you're not allowed to modify it because you have to give it back to the dealer eventually. Leasing, the biggest flaw that I see when it comes to leasing is you don't possess the material. So it doesn't have resale value. For example, if you buy a car and you pay all those car note, okay, it will depreciate with time, but at least in the future, if you need money, you can sell it and get the cash. But when it comes to leasing, you renting the car, it's not yours. So all the money, all the car note you're paying It goes through the dealer's pocket, and if you need that money, you won't be able to get it back. Look, some cars, I can understand that you should lease them. For example, Range Rovers. I love Range Rovers SUVs, especially the Sport, but I know how unreliable it is and how quick it is when it comes to depreciation, because it has such a bad reputation that when you drive the car out of the dealership, it probably loses around 40 to 45% of its initial value. And what happens is, once that car hits 60,000 miles, no one wants to drive it anymore. So it goes up to 50% or even more when it comes to losing its value. So yeah, in that situation, leasing the car would be a smart idea. But mostly when it comes to leasing, I don't think it's a good move financially, except if you want a car that is unreliable and you don't want to always have to bring it to the car mechanic, and Range Rover's parts, they are extremely expensive. So you're gonna save a lot when you lease it. So let's go into the comments real quick. Someone said, fun fact, leasing a car will hurt your buying power when buying a home much more than financing one. And the creator answered, fun fact, that's why you get rid of the lease before you buy a home. Again, leasing is based on your financial situation. And you have someone else who said, but generally, leasing is the best way to go for luxury vehicles. You really don't want to own those after the warranty is up. Not every luxury vehicle is a quick depreciating assets, because every vehicle will depreciate eventually. But if you compare between Porsche and Range Rover, Porsche has a better resale value when it comes to the used market compared to Range Rover. So you got to know also how the market reacts to your vehicle when it reaches a certain number of miles. And you have someone else who said, that's my only concern with leasing. I drive a lot and across country too. That's good you made that smart decision. Yeah, I wonder if it is possible to lease a car based on the number of years instead of the number of miles you put on it. But I guess it won't be suitable for dealers. Someone else said, I don't work from home and live close to my job. My car is 2 years old and I barely have 12K. But leasing scares me because I mile watch every day and I don't like that kind of stress, even though I rarely go over 10K.
So today I said goodbye to the car of my dreams. I was 21 when I first got my car. I had just got my first big girl job and I was making a decent amount of money and I was ready to get out the little hoopty I was driving in. Everybody kept telling me, do not get a Range Rover. They're not reliable cars. You think I listened? Nope, I still got one. And when I tell you, every time I blinked, there was something wrong with this car. It didn't make sense. The maintenance and the repair costs on this car had me ready to sell one of my kidneys in the black market. Like, it just didn't make sense. So I finally returned it. Then I took my ass to Tesla and I got myself a new 2023 Model 3 white on white. And when I tell you I am obsessed with this car, there's literally nothing wrong with this car. I don't understand why Teslas get so much hate. This car is literally perfection. Like, look at this. But yeah, don't be like me. Do not get a Range Rover. Listen to everyone, please.
I really wish Range Rovers were reliable because they are extremely beautiful and the amount of features they have is just incomparable when it comes to how advanced the technology is and how sophisticated also it is. But yeah, I wonder if they fix those problems, especially the reliability problem, maybe they would sell more, because I know they make a lot of money when it comes to selling parts because they always break down and the parts are expensive. But I wonder if they're not going to make way more money if they decided to sell a reliable car.
This mama bear is coming out to play today, aka you can call me Karen. This is the exact reason why us as parents have got to be involved with our kids' financial decisions when they're young. My daughter got a car 2 weeks ago. She's 20 years old. Y'all remember me talking about it. She got a ridiculous 18% interest. Well, the car only has 6,000 miles on it. It's been in the shop for a week. We had her car for 5 days. I took it to the shop to have manufacturer warranty work done. It is a Dodge. Well, they called me yesterday and told me that it's not under warranty. The manufacturer will not cover the issues that we are having with her brand new car that has less than 6,000 miles on it. Whenever she bought the car, they told us that the previous owner had hit a deer. They disclosed it, that's great. However, they told us also that her car has manufacturer warranty until 60,000 miles, bumper to bumper. Her screen stopped working. All the buttons on her dash do not work. Car will not charge. It says charging default or something of that sort. So I'm gonna be a mama bear today, and I'm gonna go to the dealership, and I'm probably gonna go ahead and talk to the general manager, and I'm gonna have my phone on the entire time because this is absolutely insane. So just a little friendly reminder to make sure that you are there for your kids with these financial decisions so that we can do what we need to do to help them. Stay tuned.
So here, I see a few mistakes. The first one was, okay, the mom wants to get involved into the problem, but I think if she was involved earlier, this wouldn't have happened because you'd see it from far away. For example, usually what I do before buying a car is I check the Carfax. When I check the Carfax, if the car hit a deer in the past, you'll know it because it will report an accident. What I'm sure is they will report what was broken in the car. But I don't know if they will report the price, but they will also report who repaired the car. So the Carfax give you so much information about the car's maintenance and the car's past. So if there is any accident, if the maintenance wasn't on schedule, you'll see all of that on the Carfax. Number two is I always investigate the dealer. So when I see, for example, an ad on Facebook Marketplace, because nowadays dealers, they also post ads on Facebook Marketplace. I go see their profile. Do they have reviews? If yes, how many reviews? And between those reviews, how many are positive? And I'll go and I'll read the reviews. And that will give you an idea of who you're dealing with before you meet them. And number three, if the Carfax isn't available, let's say the dealer refuses to show you a Carfax, I think you should go inspect the car with a professional mechanic. A professional mechanic, if you turn on the car, he can know things that are pretty obvious. He can do his test. Usually it's better to bring that car in a garage, but I'd be surprised if the dealer let you bring it into a garage. So if you go into the comments, someone said, I helped my 19-year-old buy a 2018 Tacoma with 95k miles. He has had it over a year now with 0 issues. I don't know about that. Yeah, you should usually go with your kid when they buy a car, because also 18% when it comes to APR, that's huge. And the creator answered, that's amazing. I'm ready to get her in a more reliable vehicle and get this whole thing behind us. Billy said, the local dealership here did this to my wife's daughter, and I made it a purpose to make them fix it. After 2 days, I was trespassed off their property. Their property does not include the sidewalk where I had made 7 card stock posters slamming the dealership 2 hours into it. They bought the car back plus 5,000. Yeah, this guy harassed the dealership by posting cards in front of the building in order to discourage people from buying there. Also, really important, number 4, it's a bonus, but you should always watch reviews about your car, knowing if they had recalls that specific year, if they have recalls, or specific flaws that are from the manufacturer. And I think that helps a lot, knowing what cars are reliable and what are not. Because for me, when it comes to look, when it comes to car, you don't only buy for the look, but you also buy for the reputation, the reliability. That's why I love Range Rover Sport, but if you catch me on the street driving that car, know that I'm probably a billionaire.
Let's go return my car. I've had this car for 10 days, and if you get a car with CarMax, you have 10 days to choose if it's the right car for you. It's probably the right car for me, but having a card note makes my heart sink to my... So we're gonna return it and just get a bike because I did not come back to America to put myself in debt. No, thank you. So let's go return my Subaru. Wait, is there something else I need to do? I think that's everything. I named her Star. She's beautiful. And I'm just gonna go return her because, like I said, I don't want no car note. So yeah, I have all my paperwork and I'm gonna go in there. And they said it should be pretty easy. I'll let you know how it is though.
So someone said, well, why you get the car in the first place if you want a car not? That's impulse buy. People, they see something, they love it, and they buy. Then they'll think about the consequences. Someone else said, you are mad at her for returning the car, saying she shouldn't have gotten it to begin with. Buyer's remorse is a real thing. Maybe she thought the car note was okay till she realized she could live without it. And then the poor car max comments have me giggling. They're worth billions. They will be alright. So the creator answered, I'm so confused about the uproar. Like, that's literally why they have the policy. I was trying to convince myself to keep it till the last minute, but it didn't sit right with me, so I returned. Crazy concept. Now let's see if buying a new car is still a good solution, especially with these car notes.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but don't buy cars brand new. Don't buy it brand new. The depreciation is so high, you're going to lose so much value as soon as it leaves the showroom. You will lose so much. On top of that, what if it's financed with all that high interest rate? What are you going to do? You can't return it. Even if it's a couple of days old and you see a major problem, they won't take it back unless it's catastrophic and you go to court and tell them to take it back. You're going to waste so much money. Here's what you do. If you want to get a car that's reasonably new, but with good value, get a car that's between 25 and 30,000 kilometers. Send this to your friends and family who don't know. Send it to your enemies. They deserve it as well.
So in the comments, someone said demo cars rather. Demo cars, I mean, it depends, because when it comes to pickup trucks, for example, when the demo cars, I don't know if they're reliable, because people, when it comes to demo, they take it off-road, so they take it into mud, they take jumps with it, so it depends. You gotta know at least where the car has been. I'm talking about the demo car, where it has been, if they stress tested it or not before buying it. Someone else said, a brand new car has much more benefits. Maintenance service plan, plus you have the peace of mind because you understand the vehicle better. Second hand could be abused by the first owner. But yeah, that's why you need Carfax. If you have a Carfax in your country, you will know everything about the vehicle, the maintenance, the accidents, and everything. Someone else said, worst advice ever. Bought mine at 50k kilometers. 6 months later, it's giving me countless problems. Buy a brand new car and have peace of mind. You gotta do your homework when it comes to the car. Know how reliable it is. Know about the dealership's reputation. If you have a Carfax, it's even better. If you don't, if you buy it from someone who's not a dealer, from a particular, a normal person, get that car inspected by a mechanic.
Now, you guys know I love when you go out and buy cars, but please make sure you can actually afford them. Someone came to the dealership yesterday and literally just dropped off their car. She walked up to my manager's front desk and told him straight up, there's no way I can afford this anymore. She said that she's had the car for 2 years and that she's tired of trying to keep up with the payment every single month. She even went and said that life was more simple when she was taking public transportation. Now, maybe her finances just changed and it's hard to afford the car. Maybe she just bit off more than she could chew. But nevertheless, I don't want to see you guys in that same situation because you guys already know that's going to turn into a repo. Now, to be honest with you, she probably could have got away with having the car for a few extra months before they actually came and got her car. But I'm sure that once she dropped the car off, she probably called her finance company and just let her know that it's at our dealership.
So someone said, if you can't afford 50% down or higher, including fees, don't get it. The down payment, if it is that high, I think maybe that money could be invested. That's the only reason why you'd get a car notice. Let's say you want to buy a car that is around 60k. You know that you already have 60k in your bank. Are you going to give it to the dealer, or are you going to invest it in stocks and decide to pay the dealer, let's say $1,000 or $2,000 every month, while your money is working for you? So Liz said it's still a repo though. It's still going to be on her credit. Someone else said it's not she can't afford it. things were different 2 years ago. This economy is draining people. Yeah, and I remember 2 years ago, it was at the peak of the car prices. In 2023, cars were so expensive. Brand new cars were extremely expensive that it affected the used market. So even old cars, their prices rised because people were running away from new cars, and the offer when it comes to used car was way lower than the demand. So the people who own used the car decided to increase their prices. Now those people are regretting buying those cars, which is probably the reason why they decide to sell it right now. So someone else said, I did that before. I was able to afford it. I was happy and everything, but as a year or so went by, it was just becoming too much for me. The day I decided to give it back, I felt so relieved. Ever since then, I kept my money in my pocket and was able to buy me a cash car. My car I have now is just as better than the one I was financing. That's why I would never get a car note again unless I just absolutely have no choice. But as long as there is public transportation, I think I will always have a choice. Someone else said, my mom couldn't afford her car years ago and she sold it to a dealership and they paid off the loan and got a couple $100 on top. Now let's see how you can buy a brand new car and avoid car repo while returning it.
How's it going, guys? I'm here to talk about if you want to return your vehicle before your first month's payment is due to the finance company. So let's say you go back, you return the vehicle, the dealership tried to convince you to keep the vehicle. You said no, you left the vehicle there. Make sure you call the finance company and let them know that the vehicle is no longer in your possession and you drop the vehicle off to them, and that you don't have the vehicle no more. The finance company is going to call the dealership and make sure that the vehicle's there. At that point, make sure that they cancel the loan before your first month's payment is due. Because what dealerships will try to do is they'll try to drag it out the full 30 days, not tell the finance company that you dropped off the vehicle, and then they'll count it as a repossession at that point because you didn't buy the vehicle from them, so they're going to stop you from buying a vehicle from somewhere else. I know it's shady, it's grimy, but then they know that they can mess up your credit like that because if they wait the full 30 days, it's going to go on your credit as a repossession, and then you won't be able to get a vehicle anywhere. So just make sure that when you drop it off, that you tell the finance company, hey, I don't have it no more. This is the reason why I didn't want the vehicle. Make sure you tell the dealership, hey, I need you to cancel my loan. I don't want this to get extended out. I want it to be canceled now because I don't want this to affect my credit. And they're going to cancel it. Now, are you going to get your down payment back? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. You can try to fight for it to see if the dealership will give it back. Maybe they will, but it's likely they won't. But at least it's not going to affect your credit. Oh, and also, this only works during the first month before you make your first month's payment. This will not work if you try to do it any other time after that. So I just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah, that's such a good information. But now let's see someone, the most untitled car customer that I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah, Larry, what's up? How's the escape running?
I wanted to actually see if I could come back about returning it.
Why would you want to return it? I thought it was a perfect vehicle for you.
I don't know. I walked outside this morning and I was drinking last night, but I wasn't driving. I had a buddy driving, and I walk out to my car and it's all messed up. It's like all messed up. There's like paint missing. It's like it looks like there's pieces of the outside of it that's like folded in. Does that make sense?
Folded in?
Huh?
Like it's dented?
Well, they're like folded in. You know what I mean?
So did you get into an accident?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't think so.
Does the car still run?
I don't know. It's folded in.
It's folded in.
It's not like, yeah, I don't know.
What does that mean?
It looks like it's folded. Like, have you looked at the outside of a car and it looks folded in?
So, like, it's missing some parts?
No, it's not missing. I didn't say pieces are missing. I said it's folded in. Wait, why does it look like it's folded in? It's like if I take a piece of paper and I put my finger in it and I push it, right?
Right.
It's folded in. It's like that.
So you got into an accident.
No, I don't know.
Did you call your insurance company?
I don't think I have to. I'm home. Why would I need to call them? I'm at home.
So I don't think there's any way you can return it. You've had it for 2-3 weeks now, and it sounds like you got into an accident with it, or someone driving it.
No, I wasn't driving.
That's something that your insurance company would handle, not me. There's really nothing I can do.
I don't know because it must have been a deer. Could have been a deer. Deer could have just ran through the road and just ran in my driveway and hit my car while I was sleeping.
Yeah, and I'm not here to really point fingers or blame anybody for anything, but this is something that your insurance company needs to handle.
I don't know. I think since it's folded in, I'm just gonna come back and return it.
Yeah, so I don't think that you can return a new vehicle technically. Once it's titled, it's no longer a new vehicle. So
what are you talking about?
We could look at trading it in on another vehicle. Assess the damage, figure out how much it's going to be to fix it. But I still feel like the best route for you personally is to contact your insurance company and see if they're able to cover it for you, because that would probably be the best, smartest financial way to go about this.
I think you must be getting this confused, Justin. It's folded in.
Yeah, I understand that, sir.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
If you understood, you just be like, all right, yeah, come bring it in, and I take a look at it, and we see what we can do, and I get you a new car. That's usually what they say. I don't understand.
I mean, yeah, you can definitely get a new car if you want to, but it's going to cost you some money, to whereas if you have insurance cover it, it's not going to cost you any money.
Justin, I don't think you're understanding. It's folded in.
No, I totally understand, sir.
Are you laughing?
No, I'm not laughing. I'm just, trying to figure out what's the best situation here for you. And I think if you contact your insurance company and let them know that the damage is there and all that stuff, and you woke up and you don't know what happened, they'll be able to take care of you.
I'm gonna just call Jose. I was with Jose last night. He probably knows what's happening. He probably just saw the deer. I have cameras, but I'm scared to check them. I black out a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened, Justin. I'm telling you, it was literally folded in.
I believe you, sir. I don't know. I can't return the vehicle.
That's Justin. You can't do this to me, Justin. You said you'd take care of me.
Yeah.
Can you at least take me to the grocery store? Justin.
I thought your car still ran.
No, can you just take me to the grocery store?
No, I cannot take you to the grocery store.
You said you'd take care of me, Justin.
This is why I don't understand car dealers, because at this point, the least Justin can do is take the guy to the grocery store, take back the car, repair it, give it back to the guy, give him a foot massage, kiss him on the forehead, then leave. So this is the end of the video. Let me know if you like it. Don't forget to comment. Have you ever returned a car, and how did it go? Was it hard? Did they give you your money back? What happened? Don't forget to like, subscribe, take care of yourself. See you soon. Ciao.